Alrighty, tenor part. I, in the alto video, said I thought that was the last part the composer had written because it was the most boring, but I lied. I think it might be the tenor part. That's how you know, by the way. The big music joke is whichever part has the least variation is probably the part that they wrote last. Okay, so we are just gonna, I think, run through this. Nope, totally lied. We are gonna go to the end first, because that's where the interesting things happen. So take a look at verse 1, the last line, and actually a little bit before that, so second line, third measure, which we call the pick up to the last line, is where we finally actually get some melody type stuff going on. So verse 1 will sound like this. Though nations fail your power to own, yet Lord you reign and you alone. I can't hit that note. You alone. If you can't hit that note either, comfortably, most tenors can, but just, I don't know, if it's weird for you, you can actually stay on the A. Da, 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 da. That's totally legal. I will probably jump up an octave because I can't sing that note. Okie dokie. Let's go back to the beginning and just see how we go. Here's your starting note. Ready and not unto us, O Lord of heaven, but unto you be glory given. I hope you like A's. In love and truth you do fulfill the counsels of your sovereign will. Though nations be fail your power to own, yet Lord you reign and you alone. Okay. Wow, I really can't read and play bass clef at the same time. Okay, verse 2. Here we go. Ready, and the idol gods of heathen lands are but the work of human hands. You know what? I'm gonna stop for a second just because I want to give you a tip to make this less painful. Whenever you have a single note that is occurring, and again, I'm saying this because I know we have tenors that kind of know what they're doing in our church. When you have a single note that just keeps happening all of the time, it is really easy to get very tense in your body and your throat because you're like, I'm going to die, I am so bored. So what you need to do, if you can, is actually try to listen to the parts around you and feel like you're moving with them, even though you're not. If you are a person who is still kind of learning to match pitch, do not do this. And maybe don't do this part, but if you're learning to match pitch, don't do this. Focus on what you're doing and hang on to that note in your mind. But if you can, kind of invite your body to be a little bit more free and relaxed, or buoyant, as my teacher liked to say, just because movement is always happening. And so this is a mental trick that we can get kind of, or mental pitfall we can get locked into when we have the same note over and over again, is thinking that no movement is occurring, but sound is movement. It is literal waves, right, happening in the air. So kind of something to hang on to while that's happening. So if you're learning to match pitch, know that sound is movement and just hang on to that movement in the little tiny pitch you're hanging on to. And if you do more, listen to the parts around you and mentally kind of move with them while you're singing that one note. And bonus, that'll actually make it tune better. Haha. Okie dokie. So where was I? I don't know. Verse 2. Let's just start verse 2 again. Okay, here we go. Verse 2. And breathe. The idol gods of heathen lands are but the work of human hands. They cannot see, they cannot speak. Their ears are deaf, their hands are weak. Like them shall be all those who hold Yes, sorry, verse 4. All you who fear him and adore the Lord, increase you more and more, both great and small, who him confess. You and your children he will bless. Yea, blessed are you by him who made the heavens and earth's foundations laid. Verse 5. The heavens are God since time began, but he has given the earth to man. The dead praise not the living God, but we will sound his praise abroad. Yea, we will ever bless his name. Oh, praise the Lord, his praise proclaim. Very nice. One other thing I just thought of, again, for those folks who are still kind of learning to hang on to their part, if you need to really focus on your note, which is a-okay, another thing that can help you kind of find that freedom in repetition is to really focus on the words, which hopefully is what we're doing, right? Focus on the words and try to do a little give and take, a little ebb and flow with your phrasing within that. We call that word stress. So for example, like in that last verse, verse 5 at the very beginning, the heavens are God since time began. When in doubt, it's probably on the first beat of a measure, although not always. But he has given the earth to man. Go toward giv'n. The dead praise not the living God, but we will sound. Ooh, sound. I love that word. So onomatopoeic. Sound his praise abroad. Yeah. Great. Okay. Now we're gonna do verse 1 again. I'm gonna sing the soprano part. I'm going to play your part, maybe some of the other parts, hopefully your part the loudest. Verse 1, here we go. Ready, in, breathe. Not unto us, O Lord of heaven, but unto you be glory given. In love and truth you do fulfill the counsels of your sovereign will. Like them that hear your part alone, yet Lord you reign and you alone. Nice. Another tip, because I'm full of tips today. There will be some moments when you are in an octave with the sopranos, which means the same note, but farther apart. Which happens on the third line. So this is an opportunity. No, it happens on more than the third line. It happens in the third measure. Line 1, measure 3, but, and then it stops. So those notes, I was gonna tell you to circle it in your music like you're in choir, but you don't have this to circle. Don't circle in the hymnals at church. Just circle it in your minds. And then again, now in line 3, in love and truth you do fulfill the counsels of your sovereign will. And then it ends on will. The nation's failure of how to, blah, 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 blah. I think that's it. Great. All right, friends, happy singing.